There are only two ways out. Two ways out of what? For the last few thousand years, no matter where you live on the planet, there have been a caste system, a hierarchical class system. So, what classes are there? There are three classes: the upper class, the middle class, and the slave class. Currently speaking, the upper class, which has the highest degree of freedom, but they're not completely free, I'll tell you why in a minute, is the billionaires. Middle class are millionaires. Slave class, anyone making less than $1 million a year, you're still in the slave class. The billionaire class are the closest to being free, but true freedom is actually attainable by anyone in any of the classes because that's spiritual evolution or consciousness awakening. In the current system, where in order to have that closeness to freedom and be a billionaire, you have to realize that if you're not making much money, right? If you're making a few million or something, you're still a slave, and you need to really be making over $10 million a year in order to begin to. You need to be making over $10 million a year currently in order to begin changing the reality, the matrix that we live in. So that's the first way out, which is kind of hard, right? I mean, not really hard, but you got to be really intentional about that. The second way to freedom is literally to completely forget about money and just completely just zone out, sign out, log off of the global economic system, this global prison system that we have, and just literally find a place in the world that's beautiful, get you some land, grow all your food, and don't worry about making money or anything at all. Just only worry about building your family and building community and your spiritual evolution. Okay, so I said anything under $10 million, you're not going to be able to change reality. That's also important because $100,000, people think that's a lot of money. You're square in the slave territory right there. Everyone would mostly agree that in America, $20,000 is, poverty, and you're enslaved. You know what I'm saying? All the systems in this entire larger system of nationhood are basically financial systems. So they all feed into the financial and economic system. It's really just one big financial system of enslavement. And what I mean by that is the legal system, courts, judges, educational, medical system, all that is completely tied to finance. So that's why there's only two paths out, and one path involves being wealthy, like actually attaining wealth, which is possible in the system because there are paths out. The other path this is very important and why I'm actually making this video. The second path out is to spend as much time as possible working on your freedom, your spiritual evolution, your conscious evolution, and building a path to freedom, whatever that may be to you. So if you're making $100,000 a year, you're probably spending 40 hours or more on working. Reduce your time spent not on your freedom and on your awakening as close down to zero as possible. So get all your bills down as close to as minimal as possible. Get your time that you're spending, that you're trading for this money, down as low as possible. 20,000 and 100,000 are the exact same thing. You might have some fancier toys to show off to society, but your status in society is exactly the same. So if you're putting more energy and effort into making another 20, 30, 40, 50, 100,000 a year, stop. Reclaim all of your free time and work on your spiritual, mental, physical, conscious freedom and expansion. Work on your health, your wellness. Get out in nature, eat organic fruits and vegetables. Study, pray, create. Two paths to freedom, guys. You gotta be making $10 million a year at a very minimum, 100 million a year, you know what I'm saying? Or just work on your evolution. I love you, man. Peace and light.